The lab is funded by CReSIS, and a lot of our research has to do with studying ice sheets and things related to ice sheets. We are also in the business of training the next generation of geographic information scientists. And if that generation of geographic information scientists want to study sacred sites on Indian lands, or want to study economics, issues of sort of physical geography, that's all within the umbrella of geographic information sciences. It's all fair game for what we do here in the lab.
R.J. Rowley. So I'm currently the only full-time GIS geography instructor at Haskell. This is satellite imagery from a Landsat mosaic. What we're looking at here is one glacier as it's exiting out to the Atlantic Ocean.
Danny Rowland. Our part of it is to map out the flight path that they'll actually take and determine the length, how much they can fly in a certain day. And
my name's Josh Meisel. I'm a recent graduate at Haskell. The current project is we're using MATLAB to run scripts that processes the raw radar data. So we have radar systems that run over the ice sheets, and they read depth and surface, and our job is to process that data and get results out of it. So you got your surface return, and then you got your bed return. And then from this, we could estimate the thickness, and then we could visualize a 3D environment of what the glacier looks like.
My name is Deborah Kirk, and I am a citizen of the Cherokee Nation. It's the mapping of the northern route of the Trail of Tears through Tennessee. This is the route that my family took when they were removed from the eastern part of the United States into Oklahoma. Now, what is happening is I'm out on the ground doing footwork to determine where that road is. And what I did is on the old topo maps, I traced, using GIS, I traced the old road beds, and which gave them coordinates. When we got out in the field, these are the, we came across an old road that was in existence. It's not a public road, but it kind of follows this line. Finding the right road that would have existed in 1838 is what we're trying to determine.
My name is Marshall Bass, and I'm majoring in business administration. I'm doing site suitability for wind turbines. Wind power classes go from 0 to 7, and anything with a 3 and above wind power class is suitable for wind energy. That's called a DEM, a digital elevation model, where the white part of the map is the highest point. After we run through our process, it'll yield us results like this. So anything in red on this map is unsuitable area for wind power.
My name is Tina Tortolot. I'm a nominee from Keshena, Wisconsin. I'm making a map. I went out in the field and took some data from the GPS. And what I was doing is I run the trails a lot, and there's always dog dew all over the place in the trails. And so I just kind of mapped where you would mainly find dog dew on campus.
My name is Myron Joseph Shield Jr. I created a database mainly for my reservation, which is the Crow tribe in Montana. And what I did there was I added I'd say all the roads, hydrology, the waters, streams, rivers, dams, and then the topography, put it all on there. It's not quite three-dimensional yet, but eventually it will be.
Richard Labrie, I'm from Sacramento, California. We're working with population density on buffer zones. Normally you do buffers with vector data, which is the polygons. Raster data though, which is what I'm working with right here, is more of grids and cells. I'm just trying to find the population of the minorities in relation to hazard sites.
If you went back 4 or 5 years, most of the students in geographic information systems were coming out of the environmental sciences. Increasingly, they're coming out of the business program and out of the American Indian Studies program. In fact, right now, you can divide our introductory GIS class. It's about a third business, a third American Indian Studies, and a third environmental science students.